Before we talk about gaining attention, let's look at the research. When we're communicating to students, giving them directions, instructions, those kinds of things, what impacts them? Those three things on the left to those degrees, that pie chart. The question, of course, is which label goes with which piece? The answers will be revealed in 10 seconds. Wow. Wow, 10% spoken words. Yikes. One of our themes today is how to not talk so much. If you overuse your voice, it will become invisible. I really caution new teachers, guard your words. Don't squander them. All right, so with that guiding us, that research, when it comes to gaining attention, don't use your voice. Teachers feel they need to call for students' attention because students don't attend on their own. But there's a reason they don't attend on their own. They've learned over all these years they don't have to. My teacher always calls me to attention. And every time we do that, okay guys, settle down, come on, knock it off, let's go, got a lesson to do, come on, settle down. Or you just start talking to gain attention. Here's what you're teaching. You don't have to think. You don't have to self-direct. You don't have to show self-control. You don't have to assess the environment to see what's going on around you. You can sit out there and chit-chat until I shout you down. And sadly, you'll be doing that all year long. Now, you can't tell people what not to do without replacing it with something better to do, and I think this is the better way to go. Pick a spot, pick a pose, and wait. Don't overlook the pose. How much of communication is body language? If you said or thought 60, you are correct. So don't overlook the pose. This is my pose. I was talking to a guy a while ago who had seen me before and came back for another talk, and he came up to me before we got started and said, Rick, that wait for attention blew me away how effective that was. I said, all right, I'm telling you right now, see, that's on you. I can pitch an idea. Whether the teacher uses it, that's not me, that's you, so way to go. I said, what's your pose? He said this. Time out. You're not asking students to raise a hand, are you? He goes, no. Part of my pose. I said, dude, you could smile. He goes, I can't. It's 9th grade. But he said it works. He said it works. This is my pose. Find a pose that's natural for you. This was very natural for me. I could just fall into this pose. This is actually called calm assertive, this pose. If you want to get a really good book on teaching, get a puppy training manual. It's about the same thing. So I'm doing my calm assertive thing, and then here's the key. Scan the room looking for students who are attending and share your appreciation for that, but in a non-verbal way. I'm looking at Kate back here. Here's the old school thing. Oh, I like how Kate's paying attention. Kate's ready to go. Thank you, Kate. Appreciate that. That's how we do in this classroom. Hey, you know what? That was all fake. That was all phony. I wasn't praising Kate. I was using those words to tell everyone else in a polite way to shut up. What I learned to do is make this nonverbal, which makes it very private and very quick. So, Kate, I could look at you, give you a little wink, a little nod, a little smile, send you a little love. But see, if I do it quickly right there, then I can bounce to another student and 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 share my appreciation. I think more than praise, students want appreciation. It's a relationship builder. And I'm going to warn you, it takes a long time the first time you try this, especially if you've been doing this thing, or that whole ridiculous class, teacher. That could not go away soon enough in my mind. So be patient as you try these new ideas. Be patient. For me, every year, 1 week was all it took. 1 week, and I could stand in front of my class like this, have everyone's attention in about 15 seconds, which I thought was a reasonable amount of time. And if the first thing you do for our lesson is bring yourself to attention, ooh, that's time well spent. Now, if it helps, at this time of the year, maybe use a countdown timer. Now, this is the one you guys saw before we got started today. This is one of my apps out. It's called Class Cues. Part of it is the easy ability to play music to tell kids what to do and how long they've got to do it. The other half of the app is this really nice countdown timer. And if you have music on your device, then you actually have a playlist playing in the background while the countdown's going on. If you want it quiet, you can just choose no sound. But here are my students coming into my third period algebra class. And I got music on. I chose the Beatles. This is playing. Class hasn't started yet. But music just makes it a happier place. But when it hits 0, the app kills the music and plays an alarm. And the alarm goes until you stop it. Now see, that's different. We had music playing, it got cut off. That is a huge cue. Now they're seeing 0, 0, 0, 0. That's a cue. Now they're hearing the alarm. Another cue. But I'm still going to do this. I want to condition them to this piece. And within a couple of weeks, we won't need the countdown timer anymore. If you want to do it in a low-tech version, I love these timers. One of the 5 things I would never teach without a good digital timer. Couldn't get through the day without one. I need this timer right here in front of me, guiding me. Love the timers. Indispensable. So that's up on the magnetic whiteboard. Got the music playing in the background. And when the time is up, they'll hear it. In our room, that sound meant stop what you're doing, get ready for something new, which I never had to say.